Since becoming ambassador, we've increased our visas by more than 60%. For a second year in a row, we issued more than 1 million non-immigrant visas, including a record number of visitor visas. Perhaps our greatest secret weapon in the United States of this relationship, the 4 million strong Indian diaspora that calls America home. The truth is, as I said, Americans love Indians and Indians love Americans. You know, when I was mayor, I used to say, we can't work on the big things until we get back to the basics. Well, in a city, when you run a city, getting back to the basics means taking care of the streets, filling the potholes, ensuring that people could move smoothly through town. But for a diplomatic mission, I learned very quickly that visas are our potholes, the core work that we do. And so we've really focused on trying to make our services better, our numbers expand, and to serve Indians with the opportunity to connect directly and in person with the United States through travel. And I'm so proud of what we've accomplished over the last 2 years. Our team from Kolkata to Mumbai, Hyderabad to Chennai, and of course here in New Delhi, and in centers around the country where we do some of the preliminary work for visas, we've worked to streamline visa processing to keep up with this incredible demand. Since becoming ambassador, we've increased our visas by more than 60%. Eliminated wait times for all visa types except for first-time visitor visas, where the wait time is down 75% from our peak. Still much further to go, I know, but a great accomplishment. And we added a record number of new hires as consular officers to this mission. We've implemented new technologies. We've even used AI to analyze some of the ways we can get better. And the result, for a second year in a row, we issued more than 1 million non-immigrant visas, including a record number of visitor visas. In fact, more than 5 million Indians currently hold a United States visa. In 2024, the U.S. mission to India met visa interview demand for all first-time student visa applicants, ensuring that every student could arrive on time and their parents could feel calm about their child going to the United States. And the United States Citizen and Immigration Services completed more than 1,600 relative petitions. Our visa team issued tens of thousands of immigrant visas, and India is now the #1 source of overseas adoptions for Americans as well. We've reunited more family members. We're literally building families across the Indo-Pacific together. And all of this incredible exchange and accomplishment is reflected in what is perhaps our greatest secret weapon in the United States of this relationship, the 4 million strong Indian diaspora that calls America home. Every single day, because I know there's been a lot in the news recently about them, they enrich the tapestry of America. They fuel the vibrant connections between our two countries. Indian students, Indian American immigrants are there helping run our world's most important universities, our companies, our research entities. They're providing innovation, a record-strong tax base. They fill needs from rural medicine that can't be met to small business operations that we have trouble finding employees for. This makes America, in my opinion, a better and a stronger country. We never know what the future holds, but I'll say this to my fellow Americans. The more ties that we have to more Indians, and the more ways we can find to grow our economic and educational exchanges, the stronger America and India will both be. In a world that too often cedes space to forces that seek to divide us, both internally and internationally, let us be a voice as we have been, to care for each other across the things that too often separate us, to care across geography and religion, language and income, identity, and so much more. Let's prove any haters wrong the way we always have, by meeting instead of tweeting, by investing instead of protesting, by connecting instead of objecting, and by bringing people together, acknowledging in this day and age there will always be some divisive voices, but let's never mistake the loudest or most clickable comments for being the most representatives. We know that there are Americans and Indians who are invested in this relationship, and overwhelmingly our populations want this relationship to deepen. The truth is, as I said, Americans love Indians and Indians love Americans. So as we look to the future, my friends, on this day, just a week before our country's democracy will move forward with a new administration, as we saw democracy turn the page here in this country with an election last year, think about how lucky we are as people to live in two large, diverse democracies. As I've often said, democracy is tougher to manage than non-democracy, but it is the best system out there. And diverse populations don't mean that everybody gets along, but think of how boring life would be if we all looked the same, all spoke the same, and all acted the same. You know, 230 years of formal cooperation between the United States of America and India since we established our first diplomatic mission in Kolkata. We can honestly say that this relationship has never been stronger, that we are always better when we are together. America sees its future with India, and India sees its future with America, a future defined by friendship, defined by trust, and together, an unstoppable force for good in the world today.